else.
Well, if we get a healthy Bosa and Armstead, do you think Arden Key or Kevin Givens or Ebukam can be our third punch? Like, can one of those guys step up and kind of be a second-rate D Ford?
I think that that's what they're going to be able to get out of Ebukam. I think Ebukam is the guy they're expecting that kind of play out of. He was the speed rusher, the guy coming off the other end. The biggest thing with him really is he doesn't have a lot of moves. He's just a high motor guy, and he does a really good job of. He's very physical, and so I can easily see him being the guy that's going to allow. It's all about allowing Armstead to kick inside, right? You want Armstead to be rushing the passer from that tackle position instead of the defensive end. Ebukam gives you that, and he's been healthy throughout his career, and so that's going to be your primary guy. It'll be interesting to see what they do over. They have Bosa's going to be. He's going to do his job. He's going to be good off the right side. It'll be interesting to see because we don't know how they're going to rotate guys out yet. Arden Key. We don't know what he has. It'll be interesting to see because that was the one thing with Ronald Blair early in 2019 is he was the guy that came on and gave Bosa the breaths every once in a while when he needed that, and they didn't have that last year, and then Bosa was out anyway. So I think Ebukam is the guy that you're asking about, though. He's going to be the guy that's going to be your D4 replacement, and I would expect him to be a big help for the 49ers defensive line.
I also think that they've been pretty hard on Kinlaw. I think people forget without Bosa and a bunch of other hurt players on the D line, Kinlaw didn't really have time to develop in training camp. I thought for as raw as he was thrown out there for season one, he played well, and I think he's going to make a huge jump, just like D'Amico Ryan said.
Yeah, and the other thing too with Kinlaw is the fact that he gets to go through the offseason program. I think that's the other big part about that too. They didn't have that last year, so he's able to come in and he's able to be with the team, through OTAs, and he's going. He's going to have that work with the guys before they get into training camp. So all that I think is going to play into him hopefully having a better season. It'll be interesting. I don't think he's going to. I don't think we'll see how it goes. I don't think that he is necessarily the pass rushing threat that DeForest Buckner was. DeForest Buckner was tremendous inside, so that's a rough call to put on him. But he's going to be. I think he'll do fine. I think we're going to see improvement from him. Expecting him to finish the season with 6+ sacks, I think that's unrealistic. But if we can see him get 4 or 5 and get constant pressure up the middle. That's what I would like to see out of him. There's just constant pressure up the middle, and if he can develop a move or two outside of the bull rush, that's going to help his pass rush very much.
I agree. I think he can also flush the quarterback toward Bosa or Arden Key or Ebukam, whoever's on the edges.
Yeah, and Armstead as well, right? Because Armstead, if he's out there in that nickel situation where he might not be, but if he's out there in a pass rushing situation, you got Armstead right there to help out as well too. So, I think him and Givens inside really help them out too in base downs. So it's going to be it's great. Don't forget about DJ Jones. He's a guy who's really good inside, and he's kind of the forgotten guy out of that group. He's very good, and especially for a guy his size to be able to chase down these quarterbacks and whatnot. So there's some definite things to like about the 49ers and their depth up front. So it'll be fun to watch how that group comes together in August.
Yeah, now we're back to health. Hopefully we can just stay healthy.